Merry Christmas, everybody. It's been a while since I've posted here. Please forgive me. Last post was from the hospital back in August when I had a little bit of a situation with my personal health, and I am much better. Thank you very much. I'm back at work. Everything's good. Wanted to make a little video to wish everybody Merry Christmas. If you take offense to that, grow up, okay? I'm sorry. That's kind of who I am. But I also wanted to share with you something that I learned today. Now, I knew that drinking alcohol causes vitamin deficiencies. I knew that. You have a B1 deficiency, you have a vitamin D deficiency, you have magnesium deficiencies, you have a whole host of deficiencies. I know that alcohol is a depressant, so you're going to have a depressed mood if you drink too much. It'll help you feel good in the moment, but after that, I also knew that if you're working out quite a bit and you're maybe eating all the protein you need to eat, guess what? You may not. The amount of alcohol you're drinking will prevent protein synthesis from taking place. If you're just drinking a little bit, it'll only affect it a little bit. But if you're drinking a lot, it will affect it a lot. What I didn't know was that hardcore drinking for years and years and years can actually affect your bones. And when I found that out, I was like totally in shock. And I found that out because I have a patient right now who is telling me that he's had 2 hip replacements, and he's not in his 50s. Okay, he's not even close to being in his 50s. And of course, you think about hip replacements being somebody who's in their 60s, 70s, 80s, something like that. That's kind of normal. But avascular necrosis is something I had never heard of before. They don't teach this in colleges. Okay, they should, but they don't. And that's what he was suffering from. And the bone tissues die because it's not getting enough blood flow. Now, I knew blood flow, the lack of blood flow to the brain, is what causes the damage to the brain that we can see on images such as SPECT scans. But I never thought about how it would impact bones. Okay, so the femoral head, that's your hip, is one of the most commonly affected joints, especially in people with long-term heavy alcohol use. So I'm kind of reading off the side here, so if you see my eyes drift over there, that's what's going on here. It's I have it up because I just learned this myself today, just not more than an hour ago, and it just blew my mind. It just blew my mind. So how does this work? Alcohol disrupts blood flow to the bone. Bones are living tissues and require constant blood supply. Chronic alcohol use causes fatty deposits to form in the blood vessels. It thickens the blood and damages vessel lining, leads to microvascular obstruction. And in the hip, the femoral head already has a fragile blood supply, so even minor disruptions can be catastrophic. 2, increases fat inside the bone marrow. I had no idea that drinking alcohol would increase fat inside the bone marrow. I guess when someone say they're big bone, maybe they're just drinking too much. That was a horrible joke. Sorry about that. Causes marrow fat cells to enlarge. Raises internal bone pressure. Internal bone pressure. I had never even thought of that. That was a concept that's just eluded me. This increased pressure compresses blood vessels from the inside, further reducing circulation. Alcohol directly weakens bone formation. Chronic alcohol use suppresses osteoblast cells that build bone. I never heard the word osteoblast, but I think that's a really cool word. And it leads to reduced bone density and structural weakness. Of course, there's the nutritional deficiencies. I already knew that heavy drinking is going to mess up your vitamin B1, magnesium, calcium, prevent protein synthesis, and all that good stuff that I've already said. But why the hip collapses. Once blood flow is compromised, bone tissue dies. That's necrosis, okay? When you hear the word necrosis, you know something's dying, okay? Dying is bad. The dead bone loses structural integrity. With normal walking and weight bearing, the femoral head collapses. This leads to severe pain, loss of mobility, need for hip replacement, often at a very young age. It says 30s and 40s, and that's exactly where this patient is. And again, I had no clue. And I pride myself on being on the cutting edge of what alcohol can do to your body. And I did not know this. So I am thankful. I have always said I learned more from my patients than I ever did from that university, and that's true. And I just want to say, guys, if you're looking for a reason, another reason to give up alcohol, maybe this is it. I don't know. I want you to have a great life. I want you to be able to enjoy the grandkids. I want you to be able to enjoy the simple things in life, friendship. I want you to be able to walk. And apparently, alcohol is just going to destroy all of your happiness. Guys, 2026 is just around the corner. Get smart. Okay? Let's get smart about this. Don't be a slave to the alcohol anymore. Have a good day.